So in today's video, I'm going to share with you things that will enable you to be profitable in the pig farming business. When I started my pig farming business, there were a lot of mistakes that I made, and those mistakes I learned lessons from them. So I'm going to share with you things to do right if you want to get a successful pig farm. Okay. One, if you want to become profitable, do as much as you can to be able to formulate your own pig feed. Do not rely on industrial feeds. And then when it comes to you formulating your own pig feed, there are certain things you need to consider. The first one is your location, like I always say. Then the second one is if you can be able to find this particular feeding component consistently. For instance, what I make use of PKC, right? So I ask myself, can I find this PKC all the time? That's the first thing. Can I find it consistently? Also, can I find it in a large quantity that will be enough to feed my pigs? That's another factor to consider. Also, I'll ask myself, can this PKC, can it be in the budget of what will enable me to become profitable? You need to consider the margin, the consistency, the quantity, the budget. Then the most important one that you need to consider when formulating your pig feed is it nutritional? Will it meet the nutritional value of my pigs? Because I used to tell people this thing: once you want to start formulating your own pig feed, you need to consider the energy source, the fat and oil source, the protein source, the vitamins, minerals, all those things. Once you understand the nutrients that are required, then you can now begin to formulate your own feed by yourself. But then again, you don't just go out to the market and start buying protein, start buying carbohydrate. No, you need to consider these factors. If it will meet the nutritional value of your pigs, if it is budget friendly, if it is consistent, if you can find it over and over again, if you can only find it in a large quantity and not something that you will find today, you will not see it again tomorrow. No. If you want to build a long-term profitable pig farming business, if you want to select a feed that you would use for a very long time, you need to consider these factors. So you as a young pig farmer out there, or even an experienced pig farmer, trying to formulate your own feed is going to enable you to reduce the cost of feeding your animals. Then when it comes to this protein source, there are ways that I use to reduce the cost of protein in my pig farm. I use maggots. And how do I generate these maggots? When I get droppings from my animals, I don't just discard them to grow crops. I rather make use of them. I keep them in a very good environment that enables them to generate maggots. Once they generate maggots, I extract the maggots, I wash them with water and salt, I dry them, and then I heat them up in order to kill pathogens, which I now use in feeding my fish farm, because I have fish farm, right? So I'll now make use of them to feed my fish farm, and then use some quantity also to add to the pig feed, because it's a very nice source of protein for them. So you guys try to understand that agriculture is self-sufficient. Try to employ strategies. I openly grow crops like the cassava, the maize. You can see my farm, right? My plantain farm, water leaf, all these things enables me to reduce the cost of feeding these animals, thereby maximizing my profit. That's one of the things that you need to know as a pig farmer that wants to become profitable. The feeding aspect. Then the second one is the drug aspect. You as a pig farmer out there, please, I'm going to tell you this for free. Do not joke with your drug routine. Do not joke with your drug routine. It's as delicate as anything you can ever think of. Both the iron extract plus, the oxydocycline, the vitamin, the vaccines. I spoke about vaccines that are required, because I've seen a lot of pig farmers that will come to me and be like, oh, my pig farrowed and it doesn't lactate. My pigs gave birth to unwanted pregnancy. It gave birth to prematurely. A lot of things that they complain about that can be cured by a good drug routine. So I spoke about the vaccines required in the pig farming industry in one of the videos. Go to my channel and check it out, okay? So guys, before I go to the next mistake, the next thing to do if you want to become a profitable pig farmer, I'm going to let you know that I published a book recently titled The Pig Farmer's Journey. What makes this book special, like I always say, is that it contains how I got to start pig farming business as a young child. I started my pig farming business after my REC examination. I was around 18, 19 years as of then. I was able to start up this pig farming business, and then it contains the challenges I faced, how I managed to start this business. It's more like a story. It's more like teaching you pig farming from the eyes of someone that has actually done it, and not just someone that just formulated things online to tell you, to teach you how to raise pigs. No, it is me teaching you pig farming from the lens of someone that has actually done it. So guys, this book contains how the breeding sector, how to avoid inbreeding, how to build the house of pens, how to formulate your own feed, so many feeding strategies. I narrated everything, the challenges I faced in that book, how I got to start everything as a child. So guys, I'm going to be dropping the link of this book in the description box of this video. So make sure you go ahead and grab a copy. It is affordable, very, very cheap for you guys, okay? Grab a copy and then read and implement the laws, the principles that I learned from my own experience. Do not make mistakes that I made, okay? Implement those things and then better your farm. So the next thing that most people make the mistake when it comes to this pig farming industry, I've gone to so many pig farms. They do not provide sufficient water for their animals. I always tell people this: you need to make sure that your pigs always have access to clean water. Even when they are done eating their feed, there should always be water in their trough. There should always be water. They need to have access to water. If you don't have the modernized nipple system, or no, you should make sure at least you provide them with water, something that would enable them to continuously have access to water. There are ways that we do it. You can bring a gallon, cut it half, then hang it in a way that the pig cannot be able to have access to it, but then bring out the nipple section, something that will always be dropping water for them. You get my point? These are things to do. It's very important because pigs lack all these spots that enable them to regulate temperature. So you supplying them with water, sometimes even water baits, is very important. It's going to make them to become healthy over the time. Then when it comes to practices that you as a pig farmer need to hold in your farm, I've seen so many pig farmers that do not know things like flushing, steaming up when it comes to their sow section. Let me tell you something. Before you service your sow or your gilt, I'm going to advise you to carry out an activity called flushing. What is this flushing? This flushing is a practice being done on sows or female animals, whereby you place them on a special diet. You place that female animal that you want to serve on a special diet. What's the purpose of this? It is so that you can keep the organs in order, the hormones in order. So the animal will be able to secrete much more ovary that will be fertilized. This can enable you to get healthy litters, can enable you to get more litter sizes, everything. When you flush your animals effectively, you have given yourself a chance to get much more healthy pigs and large number of pigs. So carry out flushing, equally carry out steaming up. From the moment that your animal has been sold and everything, you need to place it on a special diet that should contain enough protein, at least a higher percentage of protein, vitamins, and then minerals and all those things. So it needs to have a stronger nutrients compared to the version you give to the growers and the boars and everything, because it needs to supply nutrients to its piglets inside its womb. Okay, so these are some of the practices that you need to practice as a pig farmer. Like I said, drug routine should hopefully be involved. There are drugs I give to those sows when they are pregnant. Each month I normally give it the Iron Destra Plus till the day it farrows. Then when I wean my piglets at 1 month and 2 weeks, right? Sometimes 2 months, depends. I make sure I deworm them 1 week after. They make this mistake. When they wean their piglets, they do not place them on a special diet. That's a very huge mistake. When you wean your piglets, they are eating a very proteinous meal naturally, right? Breast milk and all those things, which is highly proteinous. So you giving them a swift change of diet is very bad. You need to slowly introduce them to what the diet that they should eat. Their feed should contain more of protein. In order to enable them to grow faster. I always tell people this thing, that the way you nurture the piglets will determine how fast and how well they will do when they are ready to start growing. Do not joke with the drug routine. Do not joke with your feeding aspect. Then amongst all these, there is something I normally call the bedrock of every successful pig farm. Let me tell you what this thing is. Hygiene. I know why I always emphasize on this hygiene. When I started my pig farming business, I always tell you guys, as a young boy that I was, I always sweep the pens 2 times in a day. That was how diligent I was. And my pigs, they were healthy. Even up to now, they are very healthy. And see how clean they are. Upon I have them now in large quantity, but still, I understand the purpose. I understand the reason. The importance of hygiene. Because when you keep your pen healthy, you're keeping away pathogens away from your animals. You are enabling them to move around and be clean at least. Also, you're probably doing yourself a favor, because your health is also safe. There are some pens that you will come to, there are some pig farms you will come to, you can't even breathe in there. No, that's very bad for you as a pig farmer. You as a pig farmer, pig farming is not just something you do anyhow, it's something that you do with delicate nurture. You need to understand that, this is what I really want to do. This is very important. I need to take care of these animals. I need to sweep their pens, remove pathogens from them. Because when you remove pathogens, they will not fall sick, they will tend to grow faster. Because pigs normally love gnawing on the ground. If you keep on leaving those droppings there, and pests, vectors like housefly and the rest, they will come and perch on it and drop 1 or 2 pathogens. When these animals gnaw on them, they will get to fall sick. And once they fall sick, a lot of things can start happening. The growth rate will reduce. They can even die as a result of the sickness. And every farmer doesn't want a loss, right? You don't want to lose your money. You don't want to lose your profit. You want to always make profit, right? So that is why you need to prioritize this stuff, okay? So I really realized that education alone cannot solve all the problems that most pig farmers are facing in their farm. That is why I have an important update from you guys. Aside from the fact that I've written a book that contains my life experiences and how we can be able to make profits in the pig farming industry, right? I'm equally working on something. Let me show you guys, okay? I'm equally working on something. I've decided to go into software development. The major reason that I want to go into software development is not to learn how to code, but to be able to develop a software, an application that will enable pig farmers to keep track with their drug routine, their vaccination programs, their feeding programs, a lot of things. Because I've realized that technology needs to be combined with agriculture. Because this problem is one of the things that most pig farmers face. They don't know how to keep track of all those things. And even if they know how to do it, it's always complicated for them. So I'm going to learn this software development and then be able to develop an app. Not just an app, but develop an app that will do all this, called Farm Track, from the aspect of a pig farmer. Because even when you call a developer to do it and all those things, they will not give you what you really need based on the fact they are not experienced in the pig farming world. So I'm going to combine my skill in agriculture in the pig farming world with this software development skill, and then be able to get something that will serve you all as a pig farmer. So please, if you are still new to this amazing channel, make sure you subscribe and be part of this journey. I'm going to document all the journey, okay? I'm going to document all the stories behind it. Yesterday I was able to install the GIT. I was able to sign up on GIT Hub. I was able to install the Visual Studio Code. I was able to build my first web page. I was able to learn some HTML tags that I used in coding my first web page, okay? So I'm going to take you through the process. Today I'll be beginning with my CSS studies. So guys, please subscribe to this amazing channel. Equally, I'm going to drop my WhatsApp number so they can ask me any question regarding any aspects in the pig farming industry. 080-588-11642. Please, I'm going to tell you this once again. Make sure you get a copy of The Pig Farmer's Journey. It is not just a book, but it is a story of how a young boy managed to start up the pig farming business at a very young age after WAEC. Even if you are not just going to read it as a pig farming book, give it to your children. It's going to be a source of motivation for them to be inspired to start up whatever they desire, their purpose, without feeling that they are too young and too small. So I'm going to be dropping the link of this book in the description box of this video. Seller for the copy is in the seller. Okay, seller, that's Pig Farming Academy, right? I'm going to drop the link in the description box of this video. Get a copy, read it, and understand the principles, guys. God bless you very much. Let me show you one of the things I created. That's the web page I made. I just hope we'll be able to do it. Okay. I love you all, man. Okay, let's do it. Okay, let me show you the coding I coded, right? I was able to design this yesterday. This was the code. You can see the code, right? I don't know if you can see it clearly, but this is the code I made yesterday using the HTML language, and this was the result. That is the web page I created. I'm so happy, guys. This is it. Have you seen it? The web page was able to display on the browser from the code that I coded. So I was able to learn the HTML, like I said. I've learned some tags, about 11 tags, the head, the HTML, the body, the div, a lot of tags that I learned, okay, how to use effectively. So today I'm going to continue with CSS. I'm going to document this journey on my YouTube channel, Pig Farming Academy. So make sure you follow us and get to see how a pig farmer decided to go into software development, so I can be able to develop an app that will help all pig farmers or even farmers out there to keep records of activities in the farm, like vaccination programs, mention them, feeding activities, breeding programs, and all those things. So guys, please take care and God bless you. I love you all. Please remember to message me through WhatsApp in case you have any problem regarding your pig farming business. I will be free to answer you guys. God bless you all. Thank you very much.